wakes up from his deep sleep and he's hungry because he needs to eat. So he takes his form as a clown and like kind of terrorizes this town every 65 years. So the movie takes place in the I think it's the 1970s.
Okay.
And so that's the time when the monster wakes up. This like kind of group of kids starts figuring it out, what's happening in our town, and it's kind of a coming of age tale in a horror movie.
Right.
I don't know, it's really interesting. I hope I didn't ruin it. I'm not going to tell you the ending, of course.
Okay.
But,
I'm not a big fan of horror movies.
Oh.
It makes me kind of, not to go to toilet or not to go to.
All right. Hey, let's talk about some like celebrities you like or someone you know.
Oh,
So,
yeah. My favorite singer is Taylor Swift.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Why do you like Taylor Swift?
I like her songs, but mainly I like her look. That red lips and white skin and blonde hair. It's kind of typical American woman. Yeah. So when I saw her for the first time, I was like, wow, she's gorgeous.
Wait, do you mean you saw her picture on the internet in the news, or you saw her in concert?
No, I think it was on YouTube. Again,
Oh,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
Okay.
At that time, she was still singing like country music. But, I thought she's amazing.
I have an interesting fact about her, actually.
What?
So apparently, she's from right outside of my hometown.
Oh, wow.
Actually, yeah, that's where she was born, and then she went, was doing music around there first.
Yeah?
And she got kind of big somehow. I don't know how, but I'm not really interested in her.
Okay.
She's cute, but like I don't really like her music. But yeah, that's where she got started, somewhere by my hometown.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, the typical woman figure, girly style and nice skin, and her movement and her songs is like the girl or
That's
the
true.
American girl. So yeah, that's why I like her. Okay. How about you?
I have a lot of bands that I like, but I recently saw this movie that I really liked. Do you know the actor Edward Norton?
No.
No?
What's...
He's getting really popular. He's been popular for a while. He does all different types of movies, like crime dramas, like action thrillers, science fiction. He's very, how would you say, he can do many different types of roles.
Right.
So I recently saw, it's an old movie of his, but it's called Fight Club. It's him and Brad Pitt. Have you heard of it?
Maybe.
Fight Club? Yeah.
I think I've seen it. I don't really remember.
It's old. It's from like it's like 1998, 1999, but it's still a really good film. I think. But yeah, I think if I was to talk about a celebrity that I liked, definitely Edward Norton. He's pretty, I don't know, his acting is really good, I think.
Okay. Is he English or is he American? Or
he's from the US. Yeah, he's American for sure. Yeah, what about you? Do you have any actors or actresses you like?
Yes. My favorite actor is... Oh gosh, I can't remember his name.
Oh,
the guy from
you.
Notting Hill? The guy from the Love Actually?
He's that British guy.
The British guy with the, with the eyes kind of...
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant, yes, that's the guy. Yeah, I like him.
Why? Can I ask? I mean, he's kind of like a romantic comedy star, but why do you like his acting?
I don't know. He looks sweet.
Okay, so
unlike Brad Pitt or other, male celebrities, he's not like super handsome. He looks kind of ordinary guy, and kind of makes me feel like nice. And the closer, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's true. I've actually I don't think I've ever seen a movie with him in it.
No?
No, I'm just not like you said he's in Love Actually. He's like a romantic comedy guy, right?
Yes. Yeah. I like,
romantic comedies.
comedies.
Oh, really? What's your favorite romantic comedy?
I can't think of anything now. Probably romantic. Yeah, Love Actually. Okay, I can't think of anything now.
No
but how about you?
How about me? What?
Do you like romantic comedies?
No. Not really. But there is one that I do like. It's called My Best Friend's Wedding.
Okay.
I believe Julia Roberts is in that one.
Yeah.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah, she is famous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of that's like a 90s classic romantic comedy, I think. Have you seen it?
I think I have.
Okay.
But yeah, I think so.
So, Ruofei, you are from China, and in America, Chinese students have a reputation of being very hardworking. Is that true?
Yes, exactly. In my high school, in one class we have around 70 students in one class, and everybody wants to be the top students. So everybody works so hard, and I'd say my high school was kind of like a prison. You have to go to school every day from 6:35 a.m. to 9:40 p.m.
Really? That long?
Yes.
That's over 12 hours. That's like 13, 14 hours a day.
Yes, exactly.
Whoa. How did you feel as a student studying that much?
Sleepy.
I bet.
Every day I'm so sleepy.
I can imagine. Do you think it was productive, studying that much?
I think their purpose just let us to stay as much time as we can in the school, and we cannot get distracted by other stuff. So we always stay at school and we always focus on our studying. And we kind of cannot know anything about the outside of the wall from school.
That's amazing. So for such a long day, can you talk about the daily schedule? What was your schedule like every day?
From 6:50 we start to have class, from 6:50 until maybe 11:45. Yeah, we have 45 minutes class and then 10 minutes break. And we also have 30 minutes we have to do exercise on the playground. And in the afternoon is the same routine. And then we went to dinner around 6 to 7, and from 7 to 9:40 we have to do our homework.
Oh, so you study at school. So it's not homework, it's schoolwork. You don't actually go home, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So how many classes would you have every day?
Classes, 8 classes.
Okay. And what were the subjects?
We separate the subjects. If you learn more mathematics, we learn mathematics, English, and Chinese, and physics, chemistry, and biology.
That's very rigorous. Did you enjoy all the subjects?
Yeah, I love physics and biology and chemistry.
And now you are training to be a doctor.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Did you know you wanted to be a doctor when you were in high school?
I kind of know because my father is a doctor.
Okay.
And he was kind of forcing me to study medicine.
Oh, nice. So we have a phrase in English. We say, follow in your father's footsteps. So you definitely are following in your father's footsteps. Oh, that's great. Is your mother a doctor?
My mother is a businesswoman now.
Okay. Oh, great. So you had all these courses. Now, in America, there's a big controversy about tests, that kids take too many tests. It's too test-driven. What about in China? Do you have a lot of tests?
Yeah, I have tests every month, and they will make a list of every single person, how much score you got in this test.
So they rank everybody to see.
Yes.
That's very competitive.
Yeah, I think that's kind of bad for our emotion.
Yeah, so it creates a lot of stress.
Yeah. We have 2,000 students in one grade.
That is crazy. And so you can be number 2,000? You can be the lowest student?
Yes.
And they put that out there?
Yes.
Really? Oh my, they can never do that in America.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh. Do you think that's a good idea?
Depends on the person.
Right, yeah. Wow. So you have a lot of pressure. Did you feel pressure from your parents, from your peers, from your teachers?
Yeah.
Like, who gave you the most pressure?
Myself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to be worse. So I have to always work hard to chasing other people. Everybody wants to be the best. So everybody worked really, really hard. even we have breaking time, they don't break at all.
Seriously?
Yes.
What do they do during the break?
They do questions.
Wow. They quiz each other. The students quiz each other, or they just do homework?
They do their homework, and they find out what problem they've had, and they solve the problem with teachers or other students. They just starting all day. They can't do that.
That's amazing. And kids do this like 14, 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really good for China.
And we don't have that much summer vacation and winter vacation. In winter vacation, we have 2 weeks because of the Chinese New Year. It's about 2-week stuff. So we have 2 weeks in winter vacation and 1 week summer vacation only.
Is that enough?
Of course not. And even we have vacation, the teacher would give us a lot of homework to do.
That is very impressive.
This is very not good experience.
Wow. Well, actually, okay, we'll talk about that in the next interview. I think that's a very interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ruofei, you said that your education system is very strict, and you study like 15 hours a day.
Yes.
Okay, so if you were in charge, would you keep the system the same way?
It depends on the person. I think there should be a place that as strict as my high school, and you can choose to send your children to go there, or if the students themselves they want to go to that school, they can go. I think that's really, really motivative to students to study hard, because everybody do the same and they are trying their best to be the best.
Well, yeah, we have a phrase in English like a rising tide lifts all boats, and I think it's kind of the same, right? So if it's really rigorous for most people, it's going to pull everybody up.
Yes.
Okay. There's nothing you would change? Like if you were in charge, like would you give maybe a little more vacation time? Would you start the day later? Would you make classes smaller?
If I can choose, I would definitely don't choose my school, because that was horrible for me, because I need a lot of sleep than normal people, but I cannot have that much time to sleep. So
right.
I always sleep on the class, and when somebody found out that I'm sleeping on the class, they will decrease the score of my class.
Oh, that's serious.
Yes, very serious. And your teacher would punish you to write a paper like, I'm sorry I decreased the score of our class. I shouldn't sleep on the class. And I have to write it for like 1 hour to write that stuff.
That is very harsh.
Yeah.
I think, though, a lot of people, when they hear stories like that, they actually are a little bit envious, especially parents or teachers, because in the rest of the world, it's not that. Students don't try that hard.
Yeah.
So that's kind of special, actually.
Yeah, I think that's the special point of China.
Wow. So what time did you have to get up every day to get to school at 6:45 or?
I have to get up at 6.
Oh, well, that was not too bad. That's pretty fast. You wake up at 6, you get to school by 6:45.
Yeah, I can like wear my clothes pretty fast and directly get on my father's car and eat on my father's car and put my socks on my father's car.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's talk about streamlined, very mobile. That's great. Okay, so what about the tests? So it's really controversial, like in the U.S., about standardized tests rather than just learning. The students often have to prepare for tests.
Yeah.
In your country, is there also a big movement just to have a lot of testing?
We have a test each month, and we only do paper test. And the questions can be really difficult. Yeah, always very, very difficult. In my case, I'm the like in the middle.
Middle of the pack, as we say.
The middle of the pack, and For mathematics, we have totally 150 scores, and probably I can get 60 to 70.
Wow, that's a big range of. I mean, do some students get 100%?
No.
No.
If you get more than 120, you are really brilliant. So the question's always really, really difficult.
Can the teacher get 150?
I'm not sure.
Well, I have to admit, because even like English teachers will tell you, and they're lying if they don't admit this, even on tests like the TOEFL, it's very hard for a teacher to get 100%. Just not because of knowledge, but because of concentration.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. We have a lot of questions, and some of them, they are kind of tricky.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they mislead you a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's great. So you took all these courses. What was the course you were best at and the course you were worst at?
English was my worst at.
Oh, no, your English is wonderful. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I disagree.
It was.
Okay. Well, actually, how do you learn English in China?
Actually, my speaking skills, I get it from my traveling. I did solo traveling last year.
Wow, you've learned a lot quickly.
Yeah, thank you.
That's great. That's really inspirational, I think, for a lot of the students that listen to this site. 1 year.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But the thing I have to mention about it is you have to know a lot of words. Before you start speaking English, you have to know what you know. Like you have to remember a lot of words, and then you can use it when you have to use it.
Okay, right. So English was tough, not easy.
Not easy. For everything, you have to learn. Learning isn't easy and funny stuff. For everyone, starting is hard, and it's kind of betray the human
spirit.
Yes.
So, wow, that's crazy. So how many students would be in an English class? I hear that China has huge English classes. Like there might be 100 students in one class.
It can be. But it depends. In my high school, we have the same class at the same classroom, always. And in my university, we have 30 students in my English class.
Oh, that's good. That's kind of normal. That's still a lot for an English teacher. That's a lot. But was your teacher usually Chinese or an international teacher?
Chinese teacher.
Chinese teacher. Okay. And so there was a big stress on grammar and vocabulary, things like that?
Yes.
How about listening?
We only do the audio listening test.
Okay.
So it's always the same pronunciation, like
yeah, so you don't have a lot of variety of accents.
Yes.
Different way. Yeah. Okay. We have to introduce aloud to China. The
yeah.
website.
Yeah. Cool.
So what was your best subject?
My best subject was mathematics.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's impressive. I have a degree in economics, and there's a lot of math, and I went to a good school, but I was not strong at math, and I was terrible at physics. And so physics and economics are kind of related, but not really. I did not do very well in physics. So how are you at physics?
I love all the math stuff. Also included physics, because you also have to use a lot of mathematics on your physics. And for the physics, you have to know the formula very well, then you can use it. If you don't know the formula very well, you cannot, when the question is there, you cannot apply that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. It's tough. I'm very impressed with you because whenever I meet somebody who's good at math or physics, I have great admiration because my degree was math heavy, but math was not my strong point.
So what was your strong point?
That's a good question. I was never a good student in anything. I went to, how I got to a good university is actually surprising, but I was always middle of the road, middle of the pack, as we said. Always B- student in everything.
I see.
Yeah, I was not exceptional like you.
You don't have to be very good at starting, but you can handle your life very easily. That's also an important thing for a human.
That is true. I do agree with that. But I think if I was a student in China, I would be that Mr. 2000. Okay. So I'm here with Angela, and she is a writer and a traveler, a teacher, a businesswoman, and you're also a mother.
Yes. I have twins.
You have twins. That's amazing. Wow. And so you also are now what's called an empty nester. Can you explain what that means?
It's the feeling that you get when you realize that you've worked hard with your kids all those years and now they're ready to leave. And because they're twins, the nest is going to be emptied completely